Skinny Bonner cause trouble.
Everybody think I'm okay cause I'm smiling. But way deep down in my soul I'm drowning. Nobody trying to hear me out. It hitting me up but I can't let it out. So I've been drinking liquor, blowing my trees. I don't know what happened to me. It's late in the night but I cannot sleep, oh. And no one know the way that I feel. I'm going places but I'm not free. Plenty team I wanna see, oh. I'm sad, I'm too sad. Oh, I'm sad. Yeah, I'm sad. Sad. Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad. Oh, I'm sad. I got job, I got money and life. My family, everybody alright. But I'm not happy. Oh, I'm not happy. Sometimes I be like say nobody, yeah. Sometimes I feel I say and I know myself. I got girls but I'm feeling sober. I'm falling, I can see no shoulder. I'm calling but nobody can talk. Nobody can talk to me. Everybody think I'm okay cause I'm smiling. But way deep down in my soul I'm drowning. Nobody trying to hear me out. It hitting me up but I can't let it out. So I've been drinking liquor, blowing my trees. I don't know what happened to me. It's late in the night but I cannot sleep, oh. And no one know the way that I feel. I'm going places but I'm not free. Plenty team I wanna see, oh. I'm sad, I'm too sad. Oh, I'm sad.
All right, okay.
Sad. Oh, I'm sad. I'm sad. Oh, I'm sad.
All right, guys. Yes, welcome back again. Welcome back. Okay, welcome to the podcast. Today we're gonna be talking about. We're going to be talking about some trending issues that is happening in Liberia, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about. But I'm trying to get my sound straight. The sound is not coming out pretty good, so I'm trying to get it straight. So yeah, welcome guys. Share the live, invite your friends. All right. Share the live with other people or whichever group that you're in. Invite your friends, let them join. Okay, so we're going to be speaking on some issues, There's a lot happening in Liberia and there's a lot to talk about. So we're going to be speaking a couple of stuff, but once again, welcome to the show. All right, let me play this music while I work on my sound. Okay, guys, let me play this music. Yeah.
It trains on the beat.
Oh yeah, Liberia mentality is like a virus that flowing through the land. Liberia mentality is like a virus that flowing through the land. Let us stop it today to be Liberia. We are one people here. Stop the mentality, yeah. Mentality, Liberia mentality. Let's stop it today. Misila musica, ibe misiwa musica. Misila musica, ibe misila musica. Mentality, let's stop the mentality. Liberia mentality. Charity begin at home, and any labor, yeah. Oh yeah. Liberia will pay on Christian principle, but the reality is different. Stop it today. Sometimes when I look around, I can see the resources. I do not know what we're suffering for. So we say, don't hypocrisy. Some people will say it's corruption, but I can't let you know it's Liberian mentality. It's a special kind of virus that blow you through the land. We don't love ourselves, we love other people too. Change this mentality for Liberia to grow. Mentality, Liberian mentality. Let's change it today. I want to Ghana, the people play Ghana music. I want to Nigeria party, they play Nigeria music. I want to Salon party, they play Salon music. I been to Liberia party, they play for...
Yeah, guys. Yes. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So yes, look, I don't like to waste too much time when I come on my platform. You know what I mean? I like to get right into it. I really don't like waiting for audience. The video's gonna be there, so audience gonna watch your video later. Those of you who are gonna be interested in what I'm doing, the video's gonna be out there later. So I don't like to wait for people to jump into my conversation. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. But look, you can find me on YouTube at Liberia Impact. Also on Facebook, TikTok. You can find me on TikTok, Hard Truth. Okay, the Hard Truth. We post a lot of videos on there too. But yeah, welcome everybody. So we're gonna be talking about a really hot issues that is taking place in Liberia now. And this is like a movie play, right? This is like a movie scene. Everything that we're seeing today, apparently, it happened before, right? Now we're saying the drug box. Okay, there was a drug box at the airport, at the RI airport. Okay, RIA. Drugs, a cocaine worth of 19 million United States dollars were busted at the airport in Monrovia. And we're saying this before, okay? This is not the first time that this is happening. Liberia has always been a hot spot. Okay, Liberia has always been a hot spot, and you might be asking yourself, why is it that it's always drugs? In Liberia, how do the drugs come in, and what's going on? And the truth is that the security force in our country, the security force is weak. That's the fact. So the security force in our country, they're weak. We don't have a good immigration. Okay. We don't have a good border patrol. We don't have a good or strong, border security. If we have a stronger border security, all of this stuff won't be happening. With the $19 million drugs that were busted, it just happened by luck that one of the employee, felt within his conscience that if he let it go, it's not going to be a good thing. So he took immediate action and he became a whistleblower, right? And that's what's supposed to be done. If you see something, you say something, right? So you don't see things and you keep quiet. So with the bust that took place in Liberia at the Raval International Airport, I want to say kudos to the securities. First of all, I want to say kudos to the securities. But what is going on in Liberia during the past regime? There was a lot of drugs going in and out of the country. And because of that, the opposition back then, they capitalized on it. And they ran their campaign. They ran the streets. They ran the internet. They said George Manuel, then president of the Republic of Liberia, was the one bringing drugs into the country. The Unity Party government, they ran with this thing, right? They ran with it. And today, the Unity Party government is in power. And they ran on the campaign that when they take over, they're going to put an end to all these drugs that's taking place. I don't know. I've been freezing a little bit. So if you can hear me, that's fine. But I don't know. I've been freezing a little bit. But let me check my internet, guys. Hold up. Yeah. I think it's something to do with the computer. Yeah, I'm frozen. Yeah. So oh my god. Sorry guys, something's wrong. Okay, something's wrong. Something's wrong. Oh my. Sorry guys. I just yeah, it's frozen. It's frozen for some reason. It's frozen. So I'm just trying to see if it's gonna restart so we can kick off the show. Sorry guys. Yeah. Oh, what is going on? All right.
Si vous ne savez pas, this is Alison Beats.
Mais ça va devoir aller. Mais il va donc prendre au cœur. Mais il possible de là. They don't want you.
All right. Sorry guys. I think it's working now. You know, I'm having a glitch in my system, but it's working now. But listen, okay. As I was saying, we all see what is going on in our country. Liberia has become a hotspot for drugs. Before it used to be drugs coming into the country, but now drugs is no more coming into the country. But cocaine is being produced in Liberia. Yes, because the drugs that were busted at the RIA airport, it was the drugs that were made in Liberia and it was on the route to Brussels. So it was the drugs that were made in Liberia. It was about to leave the country. So this is why I want to say everything that is happening today, it happened before. And we see the reaction of the opposition, right? Back then, the opposition we had was stronger. They were brutal. They go in full. They go in hard. But what is going on with our opposition now? Those are things opposition should be taking on the air. Those are things opposition should be flying with. It happened. The $100 million drop box that took place under the former president. Unity Party capitalized on it. They ran with it. They took it all over the country. They spread it all over international, and they capitalized it. And today, Unity Party is in power. Today, there's no more drugs coming to the country, but rather it is being produced in the country. Cocaine is being produced in the country. Kush is being produced in the country. So this is it. When people try to make politics out of national issues, then everybody have to run politics with it. Because when it comes to drugs in Liberia, it should not be politics. It should be a national issue. right? We shouldn't be running politics with it. But because it happened yesterday, and the opposition back then, they capitalized on it. They made their point, and the point went across, and the entire world know that George Manuel Weah, then president of the Republic of Liberia, was the one responsible for bringing drugs into the country. In fact, they said drugs upon Weah regime or his government official was the one distributing drugs, kush, into the country to the young people. Where are we today? The Unity Party, where are we? Okay, where are we? The government faced serious challenges, battling drugs, trafficking, and powerful cartel. Drugs, drugs were pouring into the country, devastating it, devastating it. Community were being destroyed, especially our youth. At the time, the opposition led by the figure, some very powerful figure. Yeah, who saw exactly what was going on and they needed to take advantage of it, and they did. And they told the Liberian people that when they take over, drugs is going to be history. Drugs is never going to be in the country. But today it has gotten worse. It has gotten worse. Now there's no more kush coming to the country, but rather cocaine is being produced in the country. And from what we are hearing, that there's big force, there's very powerful force behind these drugs. So now the question is, why is the government refusing to name and shame those people who are suspected to be the suspect or the owner of the drugs? Because this is how they protect the cartel in the country. During the CDC regime, opposition was the first to always name and shame drugs dealers. It don't matter if it was just community drugs dealer, people who buy kush, or people who would smoke weed. The opposition was always the first to name them. So what is going on today? What is so different from yesterday and today? Now the government that was the first to name suspect, they are in power now. Why aren't they naming and shaming the suspect that is suspected of being the owner of the drugs? Why is the government protecting those cartel? Is that because some of these foes are connected to the executive? Are you saying that there's powerful force from executive that is behind the drugs that is coming to the country? A $19 million drug box is not fun. That could destroy an entire country. Now we're talking about cocaine. Cocaine is not weed, it's not kush. Cocaine is not for poor people. For you to get a gram of cocaine, you must have spent a lot. Trust me, I don't know much about cocaine or drugs, but from the look of it, it doesn't seem to be right. So why is it the government hiding this? Who are the figures behind these drugs? Who are the people that sign for the consignment to come into the or to be released? Obviously, someone have to sign a document. And on the document, there's names, there's signature. So is LDEA now protecting criminals? Is LDEA now protecting drugs dealers? Or are the LDEA the one producing drugs in the country and distributing it to our young people? Now, we understand that the current LDEA management that is in charge, they meant to be there for a couple of months, because I remember they were the fourth or the third turnover, and they were only meant to hold that position for a couple of months. But apparently they've been there for more than a year, or going to 2 years. Now, this is what we say. We keep saying this. You cannot have broke people, or people who are not taking the right amount of pay to be a drugs fighter. People like the LDEA. How much are LDEA getting paid? But that's not the point. The point here is, what is the LDEA hiding? Who is behind these drugs? Because clearly we understand that it had nothing to do with opposition. Because if there was any opposition figure behind that drugs, by now they would have been all over social media, the videos. They would have shamed them, they would have named them. But now we understand that drugs came into the country. It has nothing to do with the opposition. So it's not George Weah anymore. It's not Fender Bundle anymore. It's not. So who is it that is bringing the drugs? Because a few years ago, that's what we heard. They said it was the George Weah government. Now the George Weah regime is over. So who are the people continuing to bring drugs in the regime of Joseph Yuma Boakai? Who are the people? That's the question. Who are the people bringing drugs in the country? So why is it that the government is refusing to be transparent with the Liberian people? The government promised that when they take power, they're going to be transparent. It's going to tell the truth. They're going to come clean. So why is it that now that we have come to this point where drugs is being produced in our country, it's no more coming into the country, but it is being produced into the country and being exported out of the country by the help of securities and airport authorities? So why is it the government refusing to name the people that people that are behind the $19 million drugs bust? We said this before. We told you guys, we said Joseph Yuma Boakai. Joseph Yuma Boakai is nothing but a failure. Joseph Yuma Boakai cannot save Liberia and will never save Liberia. Under his regime, Liberia is going to suffer a great calamity. You see, when a pastor spoke, a man of God spoke, and the entire country is going, they're going cuckoo because a pastor said the truth, and the entire country is going crazy. So you tell me, what did the pastor say that is not truth? Liberians are asking for transparency. This government is in charge. So who's supposed to tell information to the Liberian people, if not the government? But here we are, the same government that's supposed to be transparent is the same government hiding and protecting the drugs cartel in our country. And if you ask me, allegedly, I will say it has to do with somebody very powerful within the executive. Now, I've been reading a couple of social media posts, and a lot of the posts are pointing fingers at certain people. Look, we don't know the truth yet. We don't know who's behind it. We heard that some people, or few people, have been arrested, but apparently those who was arrested, they have nothing to do with the drugs. Those are people that work at the airport, and those are the people that blow alarm. Those are the people that saw the drugs when it was about to leave the country and travel afar. So these people that they caught, the government is trying to play game. The government is trying to play game just like the Capitol building fire. Yes, because we still have people in jail. When the president said it was done by hooligans and Gregory Coleman arrested people for no reason, this is the same scenario that we're having. The government, Joseph Boakai and his people are trying to protect somebody within the executive. So that's why they are failing to tell us who is behind the drugs that came or that about to leave the country. When people, Liberia, we have a long way to go. I'm telling you, we have a long way to go. Yeah. We have very, very long way to go. We have very long way to go. But we need to come to the Liberian people and tell the people what is going on. You see, 2029, like I said, there's a lot that the opposition can do. Because these people, this is their last turn. So now there's no more George Weah. When the Unity Party supporters were pointing fingers and saying George Weah was the drugs dealer, Sedition was not mad. You only get angry when what people are saying is truth. But if somebody just say, "Oh, George Weah is the one bringing drugs into the country," and we know very well that that's not true. So Sedition wasn't mad because they know that everything that the Unity Party was doing was all propaganda. Okay, we understand politics is not clean. Politics is dirty. But sorry, God. At some time, the politics that we play, it go extreme. But here we are today. People are saying that the drugs came into the country has something to do with JoJo. It has something to do with Tan, and all this stuff. In fact, people are saying that the drugs, Joseph Boakai know about it. Gregory Coleman know who's the owner. The LDEA director know who's the owner of the drugs. But yeah, we are. They're protecting it. So my issues, it's not with the Unity Party government. My issue should be with the opposition. Because by this time, the opposition is supposed to be pressing. It's supposed to be pressing this government to speak. We understand that the legislators have called onto the LDEA director to go and justify why he wouldn't call the name of those people. But again, the House of Representatives in cahoot with the executive. So what can the House of Representatives do if not to please the executive? So when you see the House of Representatives calling people, it's just for big show, but nothing's gonna come out of it. Look, I didn't really want to come here and talk. So, I came here today to play music, but I just thought that, I should speak on those things, right? Let's play this music.
Listen here, Liberians. This right here goes to you all. Stop fighting one another. Unite and hold your leaders accountable. Pressure them for the future of your children. Yeah. In the quiet streets lies the children. The wind whispers pain. No guns are firing, yet our hearts bleed in the rain. Old man with 42 years, you stood tall and you swore, but the dream we believed in lies broken on the floor. Children go to bed with bellies full of nothing but air. Mothers wipe tears while the market stands bare. Corruption flows like the mighty St. Paul River wide, and tribalism whispers choose your side or step aside. Either you're in the circle or they throw you in the fire. Voices that once spoke truth now tremble and expire. Be careful who you vote for. Oh, Liberians, be wise. Your children's lives are hanging in the balance of your eyes. Vote with your heart and interest, not the stomach's empty cry. For the future is watching, and tomorrow never lies. Be careful who you vote for. Tomorrow's in your hands. Yeah. Prophet Key sits behind bars for daring to speak free. Honorable Yekeh Kolubah cast out for all the world to see. Journalists walk in silence, fear choking every word, while bike riders struggle and market women's dreams are blurred. We are not at war, yet the suffering cuts so deep. Our people are drowning while the powerful sleep. How do we get here, my beloved native land? From hope to this sorrow, from promise to quicksand. Be careful who you...
Yes, how did we get here? What happened to the Messiah? What happened to the man that they said he was a pure man? What happened to the man that they said he was perfect? What happened to Joseph Human Boakai? What happened with all the experience? What happened to all the years that he has worked in government? His entire life, he has worked in government. Are you saying that the president did not learn anything when he works and even took the second highest position in the country? Is it that the president is too old, that decision making now is like a child play to him? Or is it that the president cannot make his own decision because he's dealing with a bunch of vampires? All President Boakai just don't care about Liberians. Is that what we're saying? Is that the president that they enforce on the Liberian people? Is that the man that they said he's gonna save Liberia? He's gonna liberate the country from hunger. He's gonna liberate the country from drugs. He's gonna liberate the country from unemployment. Is this what we're saying? Under the Joseph Boakai regime, we have the $50 million drug box. Now we're having a $19 million drug box. There's still investigation going on, but there's no conclusion. So is it that this government is all about investigation, but without conclusion? There's no prosecution? And here we're talking about another $19 million drugs. And that drugs did not come into the country. It was produced, it was made in the country. Yes, we understand that cartels are powerful people. We understand that cartels have connection with police, LDEA, national NSA, or executive. We understand that. But a government that comes to rescue the people should be transparent and put the interest of the people first and not their interest. So at what point do we see this president stepping up as the man that he said he is? Is it that his brain has declined, just like the VP said? Liberians, what is going on? What is happening?
Be careful who you vote for. Oh, Liberians, be wise. Your children's lives are hanging in the balance. the key sits behind bars. For daring to speak free. Honorable Yekeh Kolubah cast out for all the world to see. Journalists walk in silence, fear choking every word. While bike riders struggle and market women's dreams are blurred. We are not at war, yet the suffering cuts so deep. Our people are drowning while the powerful sleep. How do we get here, my beloved native land? From hope to this sorrow, from promise to quicksand. Be careful who you vote for. Oh, Liberians, be wise. Your children's lives are hanging in the balance of your eyes. Vote with your heart and interest, not the stomach's empty cry. For the future is watching, and tomorrow never lies. Be careful who you vote for. Tomorrow's in your hands. 42 years of experience. You said with steady voice. Yet the nation grows weaker, and we've lost our choice. The poor still cry louder than the promises you made. And the soul of Liberia is starting to fade.
With all the promises that were made, with all the show boasting, with all the talks, with all the experience, why is the country declining today? Why are people in the street complaining here and there? Police brutality has taken over. Corruption is worse than ever before. But people don't see all that. When you speak, they say it happened before. When you talk, they say it happened in the past regime. So because it happened in the past regime, it should continue to happen in this regime? Just because somebody did it in the past, does that make it right? Does that mean we should do it again? Does that mean we should continue? So why do we cry for change if we want to continue living in the past? Why are we doing the same old thing and expecting different result? Like Edizana Kumi say. At what point do we choose a leader who's going to care about the Liberian people and put the interest of the children and put the interest of the youth first? Drugs after drugs. That's what we see. No development, but they are producing very strong substances and distributing it on our youth to keep the youth like a zombie in the street. And then later on they say, oh, the Liberian youth are lazy. How can Liberian youth be lazy when you are protecting the cartel in the country who are producing drugs and distributing it on the youth and keeping them down and making it a zogo, as you call it in Liberia? So what is going on? What happened to all the promises, Joseph Boakai? What happened to all the promises? Okay? Let's listen to the hard truth. Let's listen to
School
this.
life is the hardest experience. Whoever feeds you controls you. Money buys peace, not happiness. Spiritual life hits harder than physical life. Whatever was meant to be will be. So stop stressing about things that are beyond control. Being everywhere gets you nowhere. Our parents also try not to be poor. Big money never comes clean and clean. Money never comes big. Calendar is fake, we only have day and night. If you feel to cry, just cry, even if no one is there for you. Education has nothing to do with wealth. Even selling your own kidney, you need connections. Tomorrow is not promised. Nothing is yours.
That's right. Tomorrow is not promised. They said the youth are the future leader. But when is the future gonna come? When are all the old folks, all these old people gonna leave? When is the youth gonna take power? When is tomorrow gonna come? Are we gonna say the youth or young people are the future leader for tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes? Why is it different with Liberia? Like, what exactly other countries are doing or the world is doing that Liberia aren't doing it? What's the secret to country like Ghana? What's the secret to country like Rwanda, Ethiopia, Kenya? What's the secret? Is there something special that they're doing? Because these countries have more population than us. We are only 5.4 or 5.6 million people, right? So a country as small as that, it should be able, or our leaders should be able to control. But is it because the country, the population is too small and education is the problem? So the politicians taking advantage of young people. What is other country doing different that Liberia is not doing? Is it that there is some secret, some sort of secret remedy that other countries are doing, but Liberia is not doing it? Because we need to know. We have government after government. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, there was still drugs in the country. But yes, it's justifiable because when President Ellen Johnson took over, Liberia was just coming out of war. So all the children, all the youth were traumatized. Yes, all the youth were traumatized. They were looking for a way to escape. Now, that's the first 6 years. We gave that to her. What happened to her second term? Then George Weah, there was still drugs in the country. There was a lot of drugs coming to the country. Which, of course, we understand during George Weah regime, those drugs that were coming in the country was done by the opposition. They were doing it to destroy the name of that government internationally. And it worked. Because they needed something to run with. So that they can be in power today, enjoying like Mo Ali, Patrick Horner, Sekou Dukle. In fact, they did everything they could to destroy a good person image, George Weah. So what is going on? What is going on? What is going on? So this government or this, I don't know. We saw what these people did to Bucky Raw. We saw what these people did to that lady. There's so much references out there that we can show. People were disgraced because of $40 marijuana. People were disgraced because they have tramadol. But we're talking about a $19 million worth of cocaine. And people are not arrested, or they're refusing to call their name. But when Bucky Raw was caught with a $40 worth of marijuana, he was paraded on the street embarrassed. He lost money, he lost contract, he lost customer. But here we are today, the government is protecting their own. A hinge to the watch is sufficient, yeah? So, look, guys, look, I have to leave the show. All right. Something just came out. I have to leave the show. So we'll continue this tomorrow. Okay. I have to go.